how's it going, everyone? I'm back with another video. Alright, so it's been a little while, so thanks again for your patience. I'm back now. So market Monday, so let's have a look at some of the markets, especially S&P 500, the stock market, and some of the FOREX pairs. And then I'm going to go into mostly focusing on BTC. I'm going to talk about BSV as well, and then DASH as well for the crypto side, and some of the tokens. So hope you're ready. Let's dive right into that. Alright, so as mentioned, so S&P 500, so I was having a look at the markets on Sunday when it opened. As of that Sunday, so the S&P 500 futures hit the bottom, so I think it was after 5% down, so the bottom low of it there, so it stopped the markets right away on this one. Same with oil, it had been going down last week, so hit $21, so all down in that sense. Same thing here for your US dollar currency index. So it came all the way back up, big surprise. And then this as well, affected the US versus Canadian dollar. Obviously I'm in Canada, so that's of interest to me. So it hit the peak at 147. That was the highest for a while. Let's look at the weekly here. Might see a bit better. So it hit the top here, so anticipate probably going down from this area, so stay tuned for that. It might still keep climbing higher, so it might just do a little retracement and then go back up, so let's stay tuned for that in this as well. And then as you saw as well recently in the latest of Euro USD, so it came all the way up to this here 115 area, and then went all the way back down because the US dollar gained some strength again. So that's some of the action that happened recently. It's crazy stuff. It's almost same movement as crypto. But anyway, I just wanted to go a quick overview of this. Obviously we're going to focus on crypto, but I just wanted to keep you appraised of that because it's really a hot topics nowadays with coronavirus and all that. So stay positive as much as possible out there. So the other thing, so BTC. So let's have a look at the BTC. I'm going to go on the daily here now. So it looks like we hit the low at around 3,834. That's based on Coinbase, so it depends what charts you're using. Again, I'm using tradingview.com. Alright, so it depends which one you're using. Alright, so if you go at the top here and you do BTC USD or whatever, so you can have a lot of exchanges, right? So that's how you determine. It might be slight differences from one to another, so have a look at that. It might be a slight difference, right? So if you say, well, my chart doesn't say that, well, it's probably because you're on a different exchange, so no big deal. Just look at the top, and then that might be why you're seeing a difference in your price. So what happened, it went all the way back up to in this case $7,000, and then now it's retracing. So I like to use the Fibonacci level just to give me a quick idea of how it looks like, and it's around that 32%. So it seems there's still some power on the buy side in that case, so let's stay tuned for that. But it still looks bullish from that outlook here. Reached the bottom, so there might still be a lot of consolidation going on. But anyway, that's what it looks like for me on this one. So now let's have a look at Dash. All right, so they have some neat stuff happening recently. I recently discovered as well. I was watching a video off Twitter, and I ended up going on YouTube channel. It was Moon333. So it seems to have a really good analysis that he did, like I think it's within the last week, about being bullish on Dash. So I highly recommend you go have a look at that as well. So that's great information. He does his analysis, lots of waves, and he's using the Gartley patterns and all that stuff. So I'm not so much into that type of trading, but again, I don't need to be the one convincing you of using a certain method, right? So that's he's got really good stuff there. So I recommend go have a look. So what happens here with Dash? So it looked like so for example, what he used for exchange in this case, the bottom was at 38. So I'm not sure which one he on Bittrex, or that one is Coinbase actually. So it hit lower, so around that 33.54. That was the lower part of it. But if we look at how it looks like now, so it climbed all the way up to $78 US. Hit that, so that's my this one. I always keep forgetting which one that is. That should be the 36. Perfect. So that's the 36 EMA, really powerful stuff here if you've been trading and so on. So now it's pretty much the same level than BTC we talked about. So 38.2. So it seems like it's still got bullish momentum at the moment for it. So let's have a look at what we reached the lowest. So it seems from a perspective here that we reached the lowest at this level here, looking at that, but it doesn't mean anything really. But to me, I think Dash is looking rather bullish at the moment. So that should not have moved. So another thing, so if you want to hit that here and then put the lock on it, so it's another thing you can do to lock the lines, which I didn't do. So that's another thing you can do for your trading. So make sure that line doesn't move so I can use the chart with it. So that's Fibonacci level. So just what I'm doing essentially is I'm going over into the tools on the left side here and then say you got fib retracement, then go all the way to the bottom here, and I extend it to the highest in this case, which is that $78, and then now I get my levels here, so 0.5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 8, 8, 3, and so on, right? So so that's how I used to determine if it's got some power. It might still come down lower around that 0.5 or 0.618 with a really strong level for a potential, if it stops there, you might get a potential upside. So have a look at those zones. But then again, if it stays at around the 38.2, I think it's going to keep climbing from that point in my perspective. All right, so have a look at that. Another, so let's have a look here. So it's another crypto I've been looking at recently. So it had some nice moves recently. I think there's something about the BSV. A lot of people are just saying it's a scam or whatever, but I think it's still got some great projects. I think they're focusing on the right things when it comes to peer-to-peer payments, improving that system and so on. So I think there's a lot to be said about BSV. People are mentioning scams, but I think it's just kind of people not really following what they're doing. I think they're still doing some great developments. Now, whether let's say like a Dash or a BSV or BCH is better at peer-to-peer payments, it's still have to be determined through times. I still think per se Dash offers a lot in that regard, but BSV seems doing the right things, working on projects as opposed to just discussing about moon projects and so on, which doesn't do anything. And as we saw recently with all the prices going down, it's not really a store of value like many people say. So just have a look at that. And then if we redraw this pattern here, so it goes all the way up to so it went to 188. The retracing seems to be in that same kind of zone, right? So crypto staying in that same area, so no surprise there. So one thing to follow, I think it still has some bullish momentum. We'll see what happens with the markets as we see. On Sunday, like I said, the futures didn't look so good, at the same time that Trump was doing a press conference. So we'll see, can we see even lower prices? We might, so we never don't think that's the end there. And then, like I said, I like a couple of projects here on Poloniex.org. So 888 had some news this week. It's online casino. They're expanding. Price has been climbing a little bit. Didn't suffer too much from the latest price drops. So something to look at. That's 14.95 TRX at the moment. I think a lot of people bought it kind of in this area, the 11.10 here, so in profit at the moment for some people. So it's doing all right. I recommend going over to either the Telegram or going over to the website 888tron.com, get more information about the latest updates. And here again, the project that I'm looking for, because I like sharing my content on their platform. So Vibravid, so Beatscoin, just saw slight movements here recently, so it's been fairly steady. Got some bullish action here, and then it's kind of retracing back here. So nothing significant, but I'm just giving you a quick update how it looks like. So no doom and gloom yet for crypto. So I think we're still looking good. All right, so that's it for this Market Monday video. So hopefully this was value to you. So again, we covered price, action with in regards to BTC, DASH, and also BSV. A lot of good things to be said also about BSV, that there's not just a scam and a dead project. I think they're advancing much more than what people think, because I think the crypto Twitter just send the aspect that they're not doing anything right, but that's wrong. They're working on a lot of developments, same as like products like same as like Dash, for example. So a lot of great things advancing. So on my channel, so I'll be sharing a lot more of that. So it's all about giving that crypto adoption, focusing on peer-to-peer payments. So let's try to advance that, the adoption within the crypto space. Yes, again, like I said, it's nice to have some profits here and there, because obviously that's how you make some money and so on. But let's not forget the aspect that we need to as well think about the adoption, because that's where the change will certainly affect a lot more people, right? So it's one thing trading it, but then again, can it serve a purpose in the real life, right? Especially it comes through now with the coronavirus and so on. So let's look into that, and then my next video will be on the social media platform in the crypto space. So it's all about the adoption and so on. So hopefully, if this was value to you, make sure you like, subscribe, and then share with your friends, and then don't forget to get in touch with me, and then we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.